My girlfriend secretly understood all of the racist and degenerate remarks my grandmother was making about her in Spanish, and now I'm worried I'm going to lose her because my grandma is rotten to the core. I've, 21M, been dating this girl, we'll call her Olivia, 21F, for 4 months. She is of Jamaican descent but born in the US. I was born in Cuba but came to the States when I was 1. I would say I'm very, very Americanized, though I grew up speaking Spanish at home. The area we currently live in doesn't have many Latino people, so it's not assumed that people understand Spanish. When I started dating her, I asked her if she could speak Spanish and she said not really and that her Spanish sucked, and we didn't really address it further. I was really eager to introduce her to my family as I thought my mom and dad would love her and they had been asking about her for a while. So I invited them to our house for dinner with my mom, my dad, my grandmother and my teenage brother. My abuela can't speak English much at all, but everyone else can. My abuela can be very judgmental and cranky and basically a jerk at times, especially since her husband died and then she had a stroke 3 years ago. I told her before to be nice. However, I also told them she couldn't speak Spanish because that's what I assumed. So Olivia came over and everything was going good for the most part. She got along well with my family and my mom especially was super nice to her. However, my grandmother decided she was in a nasty mood and started talking bad about her. She said that she didn't expect Olivia to be so dark and how she looked more African. She asked if she came from a good family, and said if my grandfather was alive he would not approve of her and it's better to date a girl who can speak Spanish since and most black people won't even bother to learn it. She even said that my last girlfriend was much prettier than her. This is honestly blatantly untrue. Olivia is gorgeous and most people say so. She made sure not to make it obvious she was talking about her and didn't gesture to her at all and mostly faced the TV when she spoke. I was mortified and couldn't believe she was saying all this. I told her to stop twice, but since I assumed Olivia didn't understand her, I mostly brushed it off and tried to ignore her since I didn't want to make a scene and I didn't want to make it apparent to Olivia that she was talking about her. Olivia is the biggest sweetheart but is really insecure and has suffered from anxiety in the past. And I just didn't want to make it worse. My mom told her to be quiet as well, but my grandmother just did not give a fudge and continues with snide comments. To make things worse, my dad and brother just laughed at the absurdity of the situation. I don't think they really found it funny, but it was more of a there she goes again, crazy Abula type thing. Olivia acted pleasant for most of the night but then suddenly claimed she had migraines and she needed to leave. She thanked them all but left in a hurry. I already suspected she could understood some of what was said and I felt terrible. After she left, I told off my grandmother for how she acted. I tried calling Olivia that night, but she ignored my calls until the next evening when she finally answered. I asked if she was okay and she admitted that she took Spanish for 5 years and although she has no confidence to speak it, her Spanish comprehension is fairly good. I apologized profusely but she was angry. She was mad since I didn't tell her I had a racist family. She was mad that my dad and brother laughed at her expense and was furious that I didn't defend her or stand up to my grandmother. I tried to explain the whole not wanting to cause a scene thing but she didn't buy it at all. She said she felt like an idiot because her friend told her a lot of Cubans are racist and she defended me so much and accused her friend of being a bigoted jerk and how much I embarrassed her and made her feel like crap. So I just don't know what to do to fix this.